So there were so many games at Nintendo's April Direct presentation, lots of really cool indie stuff, but I think one of the surprises, maybe we were expecting to hear something like Star Fox or Zelda, which had been delayed recently. We heard about another game which had been resurrected, which we haven't heard about for like a year now, Shin Megami Tensei versus Fire Emblem.
I know, that totally caught me off guard when they were showing it, and what caught me off guard even more was that they didn't really like preface the video. They just sort of like started with a trailer, and these like really nice graphics, really colorful, very elaborate models and settings, and I'm like, well, those characters kind of look like they're done by the Fire Emblem artists. You know, and there's some like fantasy mixed with like this weird arena kind of a thing in a modern era.
Yeah, and it looks really good. It's so intriguing when it starts out. You're like, I think I know what this. Oh, it's from Atlas. I know what this. I don't know what this game is. And then like the whole world opens up, and you're like, holy shit! I can't believe you guys haven't talked about this in so long. The game looks so good.
Yeah, like I think if people are expecting a mix of pre-existing like themes and motifs from those games, they're going to be surprised when they see this because it is almost unrecognizable that it belongs to either one of those universes, apart from those really small touches that I think I picked up on but still couldn't place.
And we don't know much more about it than that. Like that trailer is the extent of it. We did learn some more about Fire Emblem on 3DS, which was also kind of a surprise announcement last year. And it's kind of, they're taking a different tack with it, which sounds pretty intriguing.
Yeah, so I mean, the most basic thing that they're doing differently is that the character you create is no longer a, let's say, a companion to the main protagonist in the plot. You are going to be the main character. And with that, what they're doing is giving you a choice to join one of two families that are in the middle of a war.
You have the Hoshino and the Nor. The Hoshino are kind of like the good guys. That's going to be the normal path and the path of righteousness. And they're fighting against the Nor, who are kind of like rebels and a little bit evil. They're trying to take over the world. They're not the path of peace. The way that it changes things up, I guess, is Hoshino is going to be the more traditional way that you play the game, and they didn't explain it exactly, but if you're playing on the North side, it might be more difficult, that it's going to not be the typical way that you progress through the game, and we don't know exactly what that means, but they described it as Hoshino is for maybe beginners or people that just want that traditional Fire Emblem experience, and Nor is going to be the side that you take if you've played these games before and you want something different, or maybe even if you're just playing through a second time. The characters, the story, and all that's the same, but the encounters and the dialogue and all of that will change.
Yeah, I think it's a really smart move on their part to mix things up, because Fire Emblem is a series that hasn't really changed a whole lot over the years, and they found great success with the last one, but if they were to just put out another game that was sort of the same old formula, with new dressing and a new story, I don't know if people would care as much, and I think people are really going to care about this one, probably like they're really going to care about Shin Megami Tensei versus Fire Emblem as well. I mean, they're both departures from the norm, and that's really great. Like, that's cool to see Nintendo supporting risky stuff, if you will, for their platforms.
So it's really exciting that they came out with all this Fire Emblem news out of nowhere, but we're probably not going to hear anything else about this until E3.